These two pairs of AirPods look identical, right? The smooth white case, the familiar shape, the satisfying magnetic click. But I'm going to tell you a secret. One of them is a complete lie. It's a high-tech imposter, and by the end of this video, you'll be able to spot the difference from a mile away. What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Today, we're doing something a little different. We're not just looking at these AirPods, we're going to tear them down, piece by piece, to reveal what's really going on inside. So, why do so many people get fooled by fakes? The answer is simple. The counterfeit market has gotten incredibly good at copying the outside. They nail the packaging, the weight, the logos, and even the little bits of text on the box. They've replicated the pairing animation that pops up on your iPhone, and some can even show up in the Find My app. From a surface-level inspection, it's almost impossible to tell you're holding a fake. The box feels right, the case feels right, and the earbuds themselves look like they just came from an Apple store. This external perfection is a trap, designed to make you feel confident in your purchase. But the real story, the one that truly matters, isn't on the outside. It's hidden deep within the plastic shell. Let's start by opening up a genuine pair of AirPods Pro. This is a delicate process because Apple designs its products to be seamless, not to be easily taken apart. Inside, it's like looking at a miniature city. Every component is custom designed and meticulously placed. Right away, you can see Apple's H1 chip, the brain of the operation. This tiny piece of silicon manages everything from the instant pairing to the audio processing and active noise cancellation. The wiring is incredibly clean and precise, with custom flexible cables connecting the different parts. Notice the batteries, they're small, button cell types, specifically chosen for their size and stable power output. You'll also find multiple microphones, not just for your voice, but for the noise cancellation and transparency modes. There are custom design drivers for sound, pressure vents, and an entire ecosystem of miniature technology working in perfect harmony. It's a masterclass in microengineering. This is why you get that crisp, clear sound, why the noise cancellation feels like magic, and why they can last for hours on a single charge. Every single millimeter of space is optimized for performance and quality. This isn't just a product, it's a piece of advanced engineering that you put in your ears. Now for the moment of truth. Let's crack open the fake pair. The difference is immediate and shocking. Where the real AirPods had a clean, organized layout, this is just chaos. The first thing you'll notice is the wiring. It's a mess of generic, colorful wires held together with globs of hot glue. There's no custom H1 chip here. Instead, we have a generic, off-the-shelf Bluetooth chip that you could buy online for a few dollars. It's bigger, less efficient, and nowhere near as capable. And look at the battery. Instead of a small, safe button cell, we have a much larger, pouch-style lithium-ion battery. They use this because it's cheap and readily available, but it's not designed for this kind of tight space. The components are low quality, the soldering is sloppy, and there's a lot of empty space filled with more glue or plastic spacers. They don't have the complex array of microphones or the specialized audio drivers. The goal here wasn't to create a great experience. It was to create something that looks like an AirPod for the lowest possible cost. This is what you're really buying when you get a deal that seems too good to be true. You're buying messy glue, cheap chips, and a design that cuts every corner possible. So, how does this internal chaos translate to real-world performance? Let's talk sound. Real AirPods have a rich, balanced audio profile. The bass is present but not overwhelming, and the highs are clear. Fake AirPods, with their cheap drivers, usually sound tinny and flat. They often have a very muddy bass and a lack of detail in the music. Next, noise cancellation. On the real pair, it's a game changer, silencing the world around you. On the fakes, the noise cancellation feature is often just a gimmick. At best, it might slightly muffle some sounds, but it's nothing like the real thing. Sometimes it even introduces a weird hissing noise. And then there's connectivity. Real AirPods connect instantly and maintain a stable connection thanks to that H1 chip. The fakes, with their generic Bluetooth chips, are prone to random disconnects, audio stuttering, and one earbud dropping out while the other keeps playing. The battery life is another huge giveaway. You'll get hours of consistent listening from genuine AirPods. The fakes, they're cheap. Oversized batteries are inefficient and degrade quickly. You might find they die after just an hour, or that the battery percentage displayed on your phone is completely inaccurate, jumping from 70% to 10% in a matter of minutes. Beyond the poor performance, there's a much more serious issue: safety. That cheap, pouch-style battery crammed into the fake AirPod is a genuine risk. These batteries are not designed to be in such a small, unventilated enclosure, especially not one that's sitting inside your ear. They lack the proper safety circuits and quality control of genuine Apple products. This means they have a higher risk of overheating, swelling, and in worst-case scenarios, even catching fire. These products have not gone through any of the rigorous safety testing that major brands are required to complete. You're putting an untested, unregulated electronic device directly against your head. Is the money you save really worth that risk? On top of the safety concerns, they simply don't last. The poor build quality means they're likely to fail within a few months, turning your bargain into a complete waste of money. You end up having to buy another pair, and you might have been better off just investing in a legitimate, quality product from the start, whether it's from Apple or another reputable brand. So, at the end of the day, the outside might look the same, but the inside tells the whole story. The real AirPods are a marvel of engineering, packed with custom technology designed for performance, reliability, and safety. The fakes are just a hollow shell, filled with the cheapest parts possible to trick you. They compromise on sound, on features, and most importantly, on your safety. So remember, if the deal seems too good to be true, it probably is. The beauty of a great tech product isn't just in what you can see, it's in the quality and care that you can't. If the inside is cheap, the experience will always be cheap, too. Always buy from authorized retailers and be skeptical of those deep discounts online. Thanks for joining me on this teardown. I hope this gives you a new perspective on what really goes into the tech you use every day. If you found this interesting and want to see more real versus fake breakdowns, make sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you don't miss the next one. Stay safe and stay smart. See you in the next video.